everybody. We just want to hop on and say 2022 has been an incredible year. We've had a lot of really fantastic guests. A lot of really great people have joined the show. We did a lot of great things as a show. So we want to spend the time to say a special thank you to the people who have joined us. So we started off the year with Beard Al and Beer in Front. Dave and Lauren joined us. Beard Al talks about Weird Al and beer. And Dave and Beer in Front, he had a really excellent Beer in Front awards this year. So go ahead, check them out. Steve Urena and Misty Graves, two excellent comic book creators, joined us to talk about their comic book that they worked on together. We had Ian and Gnome. So Gnome is from Dads on Dayquil podcast. That was our supernatural episode. Sean from Metalcore Nerds and Nick from the Effin Nerds podcast came on. Of course, we had Heather Antos, who is a fantastic comic book editor, and she's worked on a lot of things such as Dr. Aphra, a lot of great Star Wars, current Star Trek, and she's doing really good things. So we can't thank her enough for taking the time out and joining us. Our friend Joe Boblazzo talked his comic book. He does a lot of beer art for Woodland Empire, who we know out here in Boise. Braxton Cosby came on. My heterosexual life mate, if you will, Josh, joined us. We had the Wheel of Horror podcast on. Justin from Wheel of Horror joined us during our Star Wars month. Hops and Heroes, Kevin from Hops and Heroes joined us. And Hyatt was the assistant to the director for Marvel's Moon Knight. She joined us to talk about the show and what it was like working on that show. And then we had Andrew come on and talk about some mental health and superheroes. Wikipedia joined us. The Supreme Leader joined us from Wikipedia. Dustin Nelson came on. We talked about his comic book and the things that he does as far as journalism and writing. Really great time. Daniel Kibblesmith, who is a fantastic writer as well, he came on, talked to us about how he was involved in the Spider-Man. And so I can't thank him enough as well. And then Task, of course, joined us to talk and prep for She-Hulk. Really great time. Chris from the Geek Peak came on to talk Lord of the Rings. And then one of our biggest interviews of the year, Brian O'Halloran and Jeff Anderson, that happened at FanX Salt Lake Comic Con this year, which was our press run over there. Amazing time, fantastic time. And they went ahead and they talked to us from Clerks. We talked about Clerks 3, and they used Lauren's flip flop as a bottle opener, which is even more special. And then, of course, we had the theme park blurred come on and chat. Riley, who's one of our Patreons, man, he came on and he talked with us as well. Tommy Stella, we wrapped up Andor with him. Cheap Seat Reviews, Sean from the Cheap Sheet Reviews came on. And then we finished up with our last guest of the year, L.A. Cunningham, to talk about her comic book. And we talked about, Mickey's Christmas Carol and things of that nature. So we just want to say thank you, everybody, for taking the time, coming on, talking with us. Shout out to them. And we've had a lot of great guests this year, did a lot of things. And so 2023, we're hoping is going to be an even better, bigger year. And hopefully we got a lot of cool people coming on the show. So thanks again. As always, make sure you just subscribe to us. Go to Hops Geek News on any podcast platform, any social media platform. Subscribe here on YouTube. And thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next year.